Hello men, greetings from CryptoPlug. You have to see it to believe it, but we have some shocking information on XRP. Here, we'll discuss why we now think that something is developing with XRP on the back end. The resolution of this case may be approaching sooner rather than later. I don't mean during the next few weeks either. There may be some background activities here that indicate the matter has already been resolved. Just waiting on the announcement right now. You must first comprehend what Link 2 is before we can discuss that news. Therefore, Link 2 is a platform that truly enables you to purchase Ripple shares before the company's IPO. Because, as you can see, Ripple wants to have an initial public offering, IPO, after the SEC issue is resolved, but it hasn't yet. However, you can still purchase those shares. This type of investment is done through the so-called private equity market. The private equity market has outperformed the public market by a significant margin over the previous 25 years. You can see that even though they aren't yet officially public, Link 2 has already invested in private equity shares of the company Ripple. Who do they buy these from? You ask, how are they obtained? They get them by buying what essentially amounts to stock options from former Ripple advisors and team members. Because when you work for a company, you receive stock options if it goes public, even though many of them never make it that far. However, if they do, you want a sizable reward and a sizable share of the high. Well, many of those folks would think that this will never happen since the SEC said, let me unload these and you can do it on the private equity market, especially in light of the SEC case. Perhaps you're wondering if this has been done before. Before Coinbase went public, you could have purchased private shares in the company. You might have purchased private shares of SOFA, the bank that supported cryptocurrencies, as well as Robinhood. I'm not sure how crypto-friendly they are right now, but this has been done in the past. Although this is not specific to Ripple, bear with me because I'm heading someplace with this. Since many of you are probably sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, this is such a great opportunity. I know that you're probably all spinning in your seats. Like, how am I supposed to accomplish this? This would be fantastic in every way. However, there are several conditions to this. You must be an accredited investor to invest. And number 2, you have to buy at least $5,000 worth. Here's the thing. From this video, I'm trying to demonstrate something else that's more significant. Of course, keep in mind that if the firm doesn't do an IP or if the SEC, to use an example, pursues them and then decides not to pursue them, they will now pursue them. However, if they do manage to halt them and force the corporation to execute them or anything similar, you would have paid for all of this for nothing because it never went public. However, we all believe that Ripple will win the lawsuit and that they will do their initial public offering, IPO, in our country likely within the next few years, if not sooner, possibly even this year or next. What does that mean exactly? If they go public, they will undoubtedly prevail in court. There's been some fluctuation in the price of these private equity market shares on Link 2, and it is unquestionably relevant. People in the know are aware that something is happening with Ripple, but the typical investor does not have this information. Of course, nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice, but I'm simply informing you guys that I received some screenshots from a person I know who occasionally checks these prices. Let's skip ahead to 7 days from now. And how much does it cost? $56 per share and a valuation of nearly $9 billion. I want you to consider what is happening, what has happened, and what has occurred throughout the time that this price has nearly doubled. In parallel with Coinbase and Finance receiving SEC's actions, the market valuation has increased by about 60 or 70. Here, something doesn't smell right. Here are the details. With all this bad action surrounding the SECs and all this negative action surrounding exchanges, there must be something happening that we are unable to see that is driving up the price. By the way, although exchanges like Coinbase have previously stated that they won't remove all of the stocks mentioned by the SEC, XRP is still off of their exchanges. So this can signify one of two things. From my perspective, either XRP will be relisted at Coinbase, which would be a powerful move for our dear Uncle Brian Armstrong, or insiders may have knowledge that this matter has already been resolved. Or perhaps Gary Gensler being expelled from the SEC, which is a possibility that should surely be on the table if you're watching right now. So please share your opinions with me. Is this a major story? Have these shares prices on Linked to double changed arbitrarily? Or do you believe there is more to it? I think there's more to it for that reason.